Now we're going to pre-show tree show. I totally know what I'm doing. Hello everyone. Thank you for putting up with me while I try to figure out how to do the tree show pre-show with Crazy not here.
Have you already gone live on Twitch?
I am live.
There it is. Okay.
I am live and I am doing the pre-show posts. I got X. Now I need to do the other one. Alright, I think I actually did it. Yeah! There we go.
Is your is your mic on the same stand as your laptop?
Yes.
Hear all the keyboard punches.
That's not a keyboard, it's my mouse. You'll hear it less once we actually start, I promise. I'm just navigating. Yeah, it's one of those... I can use my, the little touchpad on my laptop and not the mouse, but for scrolling when we're reading the articles, it has to be the mouse. Otherwise, it hangs up and it jumps past text. It's so annoying. It's just for ease of reading. I was afraid you were going to say my laptop motor was too loud. But we already turned down the brightness.
Oh, I've got to add an account. Give me just a moment.
I am not going to be as fancy. I am not going to go into screenshot mode because I know I will somehow mess that up. We're going to try to not mess that up.
Probably going to get a notification. I'm not a robot. I haven't signed into our account on this yet. I'm using a different browser as well. So.
I like how it's been decorated for the Jester's Festival. I could even add more decorations in here. We have so much more space in all of the not large houses. As long as it's not a large house, there's just so much more space.
I think I just accidentally typed our email wrong. Yeah.
Remember, it was one of those. Couldn't even fit all of the lore books in here if I wanted to, but now we have so much space. I still could not fit all of the lore books in here if I wanted to, I don't think. We'd be pretty close. Actually. Huh. Huh. 500. Eh. Thinking. Maybe. I could fit quite a few lore books in here. There wouldn't be much else, but really, do you need more books? Do you need much else besides books? We have learned we need the tavern. That's important. The cooking fire, the alchemy station, our friends over there. Very important.
Today is the 26th.
How are you doing, Never? Getting set up okay?
Yeah. Yeah, I just had to get signed in on the new device so that I can.
Okay.
We're gonna hope this works better than last week on my other different device that froze on me when it was my turn to read.
Yeah, hopefully this one doesn't do that.
We miss you too, Crazy. Crazy's commenting in the YouTube chat there.
Oh, I was like, what? Was that what that Discord message was? No. Okay. Well, whenever you are ready. All of the ready stuff is here.
Let's see, we got that. I'm just going to get all these links open.
Okay. I think I actually managed to sell people on some friends on playing the Elder Scrolls tonight, solely because of Darian.
Really?
Darian and Lyris, those were the main selling points somehow.
Well, it works.
Whatever works. The character connection apparently is a big thing for them. No one in my D&D group knows anything about Elder Scrolls, and they did PowerPoint presentation night tonight, and they wanted me to do Elder Scrolls, and so somehow we ended up talking about the characters, and that's where we got.
The downside to this laptop for this purpose is that my plug-in is on my right side and the charging cable plugs into the left side. It's just having to drape across the room there to plug in the charge. I know nobody that's listening to this at this point cares about any of this, but welcome to pre-show.
Yes, pre-show. We're slow. We'll tell you when we're officially starting. That's not yet.
So we need to do a sound check, right?
For the Twitch at least.
This could be problematic because I have both streams pulled up on the same device. Turn the volume up. I'm gonna get both volumes up. Let's see.
We'll mute one tab and then have the other tab play. Does volume up?
Okay.
And then you'll be able to do the sound check. And once we're done with the sound check, then we can start the show. Because we never assume with sound, especially when I'm actually the one streaming. We never assume. Absolutely horrible idea. You okay over there, Never?
Yeah, I'm good. I was just about to tell you to say something, and then I'll say something.
Oh, okay.
I think that your stream is freezing up, though.
Interesting.
If it's not, it might be on my device, but it keeps pausing. And when I was listening to the audio where you said something and then I said something, it like cut out when you were talking and then came back in on me saying something. So let me check the
Well,
let me check my audio real quick. Let's get it back up to where it's live. And now I'll say something and then you can say something.
you said something, so now I'm saying something.
You know, for once it might actually be that you're a little bit louder than I am.
Oh, miracles happen. Hello everyone and welcome to the sound check.
Yeah, this is the part of the not show where we just check sound. Hope you enjoy the lovely sounds of checking sounds.
Okay. I'm hearing it was freezing. It was freezing on just regular Twitch too, so we'll see how that holds.
I think volume on my end is probably going to be okay.
We good? Do I need to change anything? All fine?
I think it's okay.
Okay. Excellent.
Am I allowed to post a link in our Twitch chat?
No, I don't think so. Why?
Okay.
Maybe? I know Crazy was in charge of allowing who could post what.
I was just wondering about maybe, well, I'll just type in comment.
Yes. That is a good comment.
I was going to see about posting a link there, but that might be like a violation of some sort.
Yeah, to everyone who is going to be joining us, joining us tonight on Twitch, I am normally not the one streaming Crit on the Twitch. Normally that would be Gone Crazy Back Soon, and however she is not with us this evening. So if for some reason the quality of the stream is not what we're normally used to, or it sounds weird, you can always head on over to the Snugpod YouTube, where Nefer will also be streaming it live.
Okay. position my mic a little bit. I rearranged my stuff a little bit. I don't know that I like it. Let me go back to the...
Well, you're a cat. Cats notoriously do not like change.
Yeah, I suppose that's possible. I was trying to set it up so that my screen layout was not so spread apart. So I'm using two different devices. I didn't want it one being on my left and one on the right. I was trying to have it more in front of me and to the right. But that moved where my mic is sitting, and I don't know. I don't think I like it. That's alright. Problem for another time. Easy enough to revert next week.
Alright, I'm ready whenever you're ready.
Let's do it.
Whenever you want to start us in.
Let's do it.
Do it.
Hello everybody. Welcome back to a Snug Podcast. I am Never Separate. And with me tonight, I've got Gwen the Bard. How are you, Gwen?
Hello. I am good. How about you?
I'm doing okay. We worked through a few little technical things. Hopefully those will not cause any issues going forward. So, should be good. We do not, however, have a crazy person with us. So, if you were looking forward to hearing any crazy nonsense, it will have to come from Gwen and myself. There will be no crazy person speaking crazy stuff.
Oh, there will be tons of crazy nonsense, just not the crazy stuff.
Right.
You get one cat and one elf.
Yeah. Yep. You want to hear a joke? A cat and an elf
Jester
walk into us.
Festival's coming up.
A cat and an elf walk into a Snugpod. What do you have?
What?
A podcast without another elf.
Oh, no. That's not funny.
It was hilarious. I'm dying over here. Dying, I tell you. Anyway, what have you been up to?
Okay.
Breathe.
Absolutely nothing. Actually, quite a few things. Literally, it's just been ESO Housing Edition for me lately. I would have been so focused on getting that grand gallery done, and supposedly there was a housing update where there's more slots now, but not for large homes. So until the large homes also get that update, it is done, air quotes. There are definitely things that I would like to add and stuff I'd like to put more places. And I am still collecting books from treasure chests, but otherwise it is done. The spot to go for dueling and practicing moves and stuff is set up. The tavern is open and ready for people to hang out and mess around with Cadwell's portal or the companion table or the Tharnbust. There's tons of people to talk to, there's stuff to do, crafting areas all set up, scribing stations there. Like I said, just lore library is set up. All the books are touchable, there's places to sit, there's places to stand to reach the top shelves if you're short. All I'm missing is a couple of books from the treasure chests that I've been working through, and it is ready to go. So that's nice. I did end up canceling going to that one convention that I was talking about going to for the costume that I was making, just because of IRL and health. I ended up losing pretty much a whole 2-3 weeks of crafting, and I was not comfortable with where my costume was to keep doing that, so I just canceled it. I'm still working on it. It's not like I stopped, it's just I am used to doing things to a certain quality at this point, and I'm not going to settle for less. But for regular ESO stuff, I'm back into just doing my morning routine of waking up and getting my writs done. Since the update, though, I have not gotten a single master writ, and that concerns me because I don't want to go back to only getting like 2 master writs a year. That was very sad. So we'll see what happens. What about you, Never? Have you been doing anything in game this week?
I haven't done a ton. currently am not an ESO Plus sub, so the inventory struggle is present again. Even with ESO Plus, I was struggling there for a little bit because I just had a bunch of stuff that I had to sort that wasn't crafting related, so it wasn't going into the craft bag. And I've got old quests that were taking up quest log space. So I worked on knocking out one or two like little smaller quests, I think. Actually, I'm not even sure if they were necessarily quests I had in my journal, but I did have the disguises associated with, I think, maybe just one. When that update took place, that costumes from completed quests would go into your inventory. I still had, I think, 4 disguises, not costumes.
You mean from inventory to your collections?
Yes. What did I say? Did I say collections to inventory?
You said to your inventory.
And I called them costumes. So, potato. Yeah, I had.
We know what you meant.
I had four disguises that were still in my inventory, and I didn't realize that if you had them and completed the quest and they popped up in your collections, they would still be in your inventory. I thought it automatically deleted them, so I thought I needed to go do all those quests. Turns out I think I only had 1, maybe 2 quests I had to finish, so I did that and deleted that, so I cleared those out of my inventory. Not that that's a huge chunk, but just a few less things to have to scroll through now. And so that took me to Alakir, I think, to help another town solve a problem and knock that out. And I think that was about all I did this past week. So, yeah, there's that.
Well, that's good. What did you help the town in Alakir with?
There were people that were being held hostage. No, don't think so. I'm blanking on the names of the people and which town it was off the top of my head, but there was someone that was allowing the invaders to come underneath the castle through tunnels, and I had to go blow up a tunnel, and pretty basic stuff. A whole lot easier than stopping Daedric princes and things like that. But yeah, it was
the mundane is just as important some days.
Might be just as important, but it's definitely much smaller scale. But yeah, it was a decent little quest. I had to go around and find people that were locked up in their homes or whatever and free them, as one does. Figure out how the invaders were getting through, and I had also, in the process of that, I also had to find some relics for the temple, and yeah, but cleared that up, got that out of the way, and I think Alakir is an area I haven't really done a lot of the stuff in. I probably just picked that up at some point I was wandering through, because I haven't worked my way through that zone with the quest line yet, I don't think. I don't remember now, to be honest with you, but yeah, as far as this week goes, that's really about all that I've done.
Well, that is quite the update, but not 49 updates.
No.
See, I can do bad segues too.
Indeed.
All right. Yeah. So we do have news. Community guides for update 49, that most recent update that we had, is check out community mini guides for the refreshed Dragonite, player experience improvements, and more from Update 49. Content creators have been hard at work learning details of the upcoming update on the public test server and creating guides to pass the knowledge on to you. Check out a selection of what they've made to cover the massive changes that have hit ESO. Please be aware that some of the builds and guides listed below were created during Update 49's PTS cycle and may contain outdated or inaccurate information. Guides. There are plenty of guides about the update's features. And then these are all just Update 49 guides that by a bunch of content creators. Were there any that you have looked at particularly, Never, or any that stuck out to you?
No. I followed a lot of that stuff a little bit closer during the PTS. As far as I didn't follow any of the build stuff, but just keeping up with changes as they were coming. I've seen a lot about some of the newer Dragon Knight builds and things like that, but since I don't main a Dragon Knight, I don't follow those too closely. More interested to see what's going to happen with Templar when they get around to that in the next 4 years. But looking forward to, I think it's update 50, that the pure class passives are coming. Have you seen anything on that?
I have seen nothing.
Okay. Well, we're not going to talk about that tonight anyway. At least I don't think that information's out there. It's a lot of reading text, and but they are putting passives in place for pure class setups, where if you are a pure class, you're going to have access to 5 unique passives that you can select 2 of, and they look like they're going to be pretty strong in some cases. Of course, nothing's finalized yet, but I believe that's coming with update 50. So we will talk more about that in detail, I'm sure, at some point. But if you're interested,
in the upcoming weeks,
yeah. But if you're interested, that information's out there. They've already revealed what all of them are, at least in their early stages. They have said that these are very iterative. Anyway, it's a lot of iteration taking place. They're not final, but they do sound pretty cool. Just as an example, like, since Dragon Knights have so many dots, I think it's something like whenever you have dots after X amount of seconds, you'll just get a bonus tick of damage, or a bonus tick of flame damage or something, and it's just extra damage, and you only have access to that extra damage if you're a pure Dragon Knight. Just things like that. I mean, there's a lot of cool interactions, and you figure out ways to pair 2 of the 5 together to work into your build. You know, that gives you some maybe, hopefully, some cool build options. But we won't really see a whole lot of that yet until those are at least live on PTS. They may be live on PTS. I'm not really sure if that update is being tested right now or not. I haven't seen that, but I'm not on PC, so I can't really do much with PTS anyway. But as far as the update 49 stuff goes, just the stuff that we've talked about already, I haven't really looked at all these guides.
Does that give you the fury?
It might give me the fury.
I was trying to segue again. Unleash the fury of the rock god.
You know, I was.
I'm getting good at this. Okay, I'm getting good at this.
I was in Alakir recently, so you know, I was around, you know, some regatta themed things. So
I recently learned a bunch about the regatta and like Yokudan and the Red Guards that I didn't know. Like, I already knew the whole Hammerfell because Hammerfell there, and that's hilarious. But just the whole how the Red Guards came to Tamriel, and that is some good lore. I recommend reading that lore if you didn't know that lore. Just start randomly diving into it and see how much you get in, because it's really cool. And it also goes along with these crown crates. But you can totally read Never. Go for it.
Okay. Alright, so we got Unleash the Fury. Hold on, let me move this. Unleash the fury of the regatta with Warrior Wave crown crates. Select a host of ancient treasures from old Yakuta with the new Warrior Wave crown crates. A storm may snap a timber mast, a wave may sink a ship, but the will of the regatta is unbreakable. We wake ashore, face covered in sand and spitting up seawater. Like the tides we rise again. We ride into the thunderous horizon and carve our names onto the sea itself. The typhoons, the beasts, the myths given form. Well, sailor, they're all part of the fun. Your voyage awaits. All hands on deck. The new Warrior Wave crown crates arrive in the Crown Store this Thursday, March 19th, 2026 at 10 a.m. Eastern. So that was yesterday. No, it wasn't. I don't know what day it is. That was this past Thursday.
That was a few days ago.
A few days ago, yes. That was this past Thursday. So they're live now, as of recording this, is what I was trying to say. Within are items from the wondrous heritage of Yakuta, brought to Tamriel by the ancient regatta. These goods include unique mounts, pets, furnishings, and much more. You can see just some of the items available within the Warrior Wave crown crates below. Alright.
Okay, so do we want to talk about some of these? Have you looked at any of these yet?
I have not looked at these yet. I'm looking at them now. Am I missing something? Is this article just laid out different from how the Crown Crate article normally is? Because I'm not seeing that it's separated by new and returning. Oh,
it is all new.
This is
all new. This is a new Crown Crate.
Yeah. This is Crown Crate specific, not Crown Store in general. So disregard that.
Yeah.
That was my confusion.
Yep.
Yeah. That recall animation looks like it could be kind of cool.
It is. It's so much. It's so very. It looks very Void-esque. It would go so well for a Dark Brotherhood character. It's just void. It's Sans, but it's so void because it's all dark. It's very cool. And I have heard only good things about the Swiftwind Sailor costume. It seems to be a fan favorite right now.
It looks... maybe it's different. I know we've had some pirate-themed stuff in the past.
It is different. I do have all the other pirate costumes you are so talking about, and it is indeed different. It even is open shirt if you have a girl character. Whereas the other pirate costumes add like a modesty piece.
Gotcha.
Then we got the skins in the Celestial Lightning style, which it's great. I only have good things to say about that Celestial Lightning style. Are you in like the Crown Crate page and actually finally looking at these things?
I'm sorry. What now?
Oh, I just thought you were going to pull it up and just actually look at them, since you said you hadn't looked at them yet. You don't have to.
But I can.
They're pretty cool. You can.
There's a very glowy Celestial Warrior Ornog there. Which lightning form?
It is the lightning form Celestial Warrior. I love it. It's like someone just used the glowy brush to fill in your character, and it's so cool.
Lots of little stars coming out from it.
It's so fun.
Here's the
War Elephant.
Okay.
You gotta love it. It's a war elephant. I'm not even an elephant person, but it's really fun. And it's all glowy, and it has And now it's not the mammoth, it's an elephant. And you can get it with seals. And that's cool.
The door's pretty cool. The Warrior Wave door, glinting talon. It's got a pretty cool little like sealed magic effect thing going on. If you had a way to work that into your house, that'd be kind of cool.
Oh, I ended up actually spending like 14,000 Seals of Endeavors on these crates. And it's because I ended up buying... I've been struggling to find the right, like, dueling floor. And I ended up buying a bunch, 6, of the Warrior Wave platforms. And they're 2,000 seals apiece. So I got 6 of those. And then I did, because it's a book, I had to have the book, I got the Warrior Wave Illustrated Tome also with seals. So I basically used all my seals. I had enough seals to get one of the fancy mounts finally, and I ended up using it on housing furnishings like a crazy person.
Warrior Wave flooring? Is that what you said? Oh, are you talking about the blue platform?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The turquoise one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I ended up
Cool.
getting 6 of those to be my one floor thing, because it was perfect, and it hits the light so nice, and I'm like, yeah, I'll add stairs and stuff to it later, but this is the right size, and it's really pretty, and it's blue, it's turquoise, it matches my scheme, because I've been trying to do the whole blue and gold color scheme for a lot of my accents in my house, so it's just like, this is perfect! I was struggling to find a thing, and then we got new items. It was wonderful. In that book, the Warrior Wave Illustrated Tome, I put in my library on one of the tables. That thing is massive. It's like as big as my character's torso. It is a tome. It says tome, but it is a tome. So yeah, they're great crates. I don't know if anything stuck out to you.
No, the big elephant's kind of cool. Recall action's kind of cool. Other than that, nothing particularly my style. I don't know. I might look at that sailor costume a little more detail at some point. See how that looks. But yeah, there's some cool stuff in there. I won't say that I find anything particularly marvelous.
Well, you would. I wouldn't joke around about that either.
Well, you could joke around about it, but you know that might bring on some mayhem. Wow, we're killing it over here. You want to read this? You want me to read this?
I'll read this one since you got your lore.
All right.
Marvelous Mayhem yields raucous rewards during the Jester's Festival. Update, March 20th, 2026. Please note that the trade bars and merchants section has been updated to clarify that trade bars must be exchanged with the impresario merchant to acquire Jester's Festival event rewards. Alright. Madness and Merriment. The glorious return of the beloved Jester's Festival in-game event begins on 10 a.m. on March 25th and will continue until 10 a.m. on April 2nd. Throughout the celebration, you can enjoy huge increases to XP gains and reap ridiculous rewards via event quests. To join this preposterous party, Visit the event pavilions located within Evanhart, Falkogard, or Daggerfall and speak with one of the 3 jesters posing as an alliance leader. If you can't keep your head on straight while trying to locate these event sites, open the in-game crown store and snag the free Jester's Festival Invitation quest. After completing the introductory quest, you'll receive the Scrumptious Pie of Misrule Memento reward, which can be found in the Mementos section of your collections. As delectable as this pastry is, it's not necessary to take advantage of the 100% XP buff, as this bonus is passively shared to all participating adventurers. Still, you'd have to be madder than a jester to refuse a bite of this tasty treat. Procure preposterous prizes. During the Jester's Festival, you can tackle various event-specific daily quests, and for each one completed, you'll earn a Jester's Festival box. However, the first of these daily quests you complete each day will net you one special, stupendous Jester's Festival box. Each of the Jester's Festival boxes can include the following: Festive Dazzlers, Cherry Blossom Confetti, Revelry Pies, Festive Furnishings, Jester's Festival Provisioning Recipes, Jester's Festival Event Decorations, Jester's Festival Flyer, Jester's Mask, Sad, Jester's Mask Happy, Jester's Garland Long, Jester's Garland Short, treasures that can be sold to vendors for gold, previous year style pages, one of the following: a random unbound page for either the Broom or Bucket styles, Regal Regalia Second Steed, Jester's Seeker Suit, or Alliance Mimicry style pages, a fragment for previous Jester's collectibles, Cadwell's Surprise Box Memento, Sovereign Sow Pet, Playful Prankster Surprise Box Memento, Jester's Daedroth Suit Costume. And in addition to the rewards highlighted above, the stupendous Jester's Festival box also has a chance to contain the following: new, a random unbound page of the One Bad Night outfit style, new, first fragment of the Thorns Bite Withersteed Morphing collectible, Blooming Saddle. If you already earned the Blooming Saddle, a One Bad Night style page will be awarded instead. Jester's Scintillator Rune Box, Cherry Blossom Branch Rune Box, Cadwell's Kitchen Weapons style page, High Value Treasures, Festive Noisemaker parts, Joke Popper parts. The Fester's Festival in-game event will be the first time you can earn a Morphing collectible fragment from a reward box, and your first chance to start obtaining fragments for the Thorns Bite Withersteed Morphing collectible, so don't miss out. Additionally, you can pick up the Jester's Festival event decorations showcased above by visiting any of the 3 Alliance capitals, Alinor or Vivek City, and using gold to purchase these furnishings from the holiday achievement vendors Heralda Garscroft or Tillanduri, Alinor only. Keep in mind, you will need to complete the Elusive Dazzler and Dazzler Entertainer achievements before these items become available in the shop. Trade bars and merchants. Event tickets are out and trade bars are in, and the Impresario is more than happy to accept the new currency for her event goods. Throughout the rollicking festivities, you can collect 300 trade bars for the first Jester's Festival quest completed each day per account. Participating in the festivities every day of the event means you can earn up to 2,400 trade bars total. Let's take a look at where you can spend those hard-earned trade bars, starting with the Impresario's wares. All 3 Sanguine Bat Pet fragments, all 3 fragments for the Roseblood Wings Recall customized action, and the new bound style pages for the One Bad Night outfit. Be aware that this event marks your first chance to snag the full set of fragments needed for the Roseblood Wings Recall. Be sure to grab it now while you have the opportunity. In addition to the above items, Nenulair, the Indrake vendor, will be offering the following items for trade bars: the Narcissan Indrake Feathers, Dawnwood Indrake Berries, Spectral Indrake Berries, Springtide Indrake Pet, and Haunting Indrake Pet. Lastly, the Impresario's assistant will be selling the following items, also purchasable to trade bars: Unstoppable Monolith Pet Fragment, Doomchar Plateau House Fragments, Soul Fire Dragon Illusion Pet Fragments, Sacred Hourglass of Alkosh Fragments, Passion Dancer Blossom Poet Fragments, and Jester's Daedroth Suit Fragments. Don't forget, trade bars can also be spent in the Gold Coast Bazaar, so be sure to check out the goodies you can find there too. 'Tis the season to be nutty. Celebrate and spread the silly season to the denizens of Tamriel, and you'll gain a gang of gaudy goodies during this year's Jester's Festival in-game event. What sort of mischievous misbehavior do you plan on getting up to? Also, you can already buy the Jester's Festival items at any of those holiday vendors right now.
Oh, that's cool.
The new garlands and the new garlands and the new masks. So if you already want, like, you can't wait and you want to buy some to decorate, you can just go buy them. They're already there. The happy and sad masks are absolutely terrifying, but Jester's Festival is Sheogorath, and I am not, like, sure, terrifying's great, love it, keep at it.
Yeah, I did not realize, I should have known this, but I guess I just missed it at some point, that the trade bars have already switched over.
Oh, one last piece of news that I am going to remind everyone on, right up until it is not relevant anymore. Until April 6th, you can get, if you don't have it yet, the Gold Road on PlayStation, if you have PlayStation Plus. Do it, if you don't have it.
Yep. Yeah, go snag that while it's snaggable.
Or if you know someone who has a PlayStation who you've been wanting to play with, and they haven't got a ESO yet, we'll just go, hey, you got PlayStation Plus, you can get it for free. Try it. Just try it. Just try it. You can do it till April 6th, so there's your weekly reminder while it's still there. But Never, you got lore for us tonight. You're the one with the lore.
I do.
Yeah.
Also, just before moving on to that, it said it, but I wanted to kind of draw attention to it, that starting with the Jester's Festival, you're going to actually be able to get the fragments for morphing items directly from reward boxes. So, nice move on Zos's part, making that something that is, incentivizes you to go out and play, because you have a chance to earn those. And then if you earn the things through the boxes, you can take the currency that you get and spend it on other things. You don't feel like you have to make sure you buy the limited time stuff first before you can buy the other things you might want. So, nice move. I think that's a good change. Let's see. So, yes. Little backstory on this. I mentioned it on the previous show, one or two shows back, that I had been in Canarthy's Roost, just browsing around, and came across a lore book, and I read it, and we all laughed, and so we thought we would share that tonight. The name of the book is What Eats Birds? The Ravings of a Bird Hater. Now, sit back, relax, and listen to the mad rants of someone who just hates birds. Blasted birds, never a moment's peace. Everywhere I look, birds, great gulls with smiling beaks, thy things with blue feathers, nipping at flies, never silent, no, never quiet. What eats birds? Cats. But they're no better than birds, always grooming themselves. Tiny fiends with tiny claws, always stealing my fish. Where will I go? This island is covered in cats. Cat men. Men who are cats. Think they can fool me? They're in it with the birds. Better to go into the wilderness. Find someplace safe. Maybe underground. No cats there. No birds. Only the dark and cold. Like a fish. The end.
What, um, what stuck with you so much that made you want to share this piece of lore?
I just thought it was funny.
Okay.
Actually, it wasn't even my idea, to be honest. I just found it and read it and was like, we have to do that. And I was like, okay. It's like, I'll do that. I think Crazy actually suggested it. If I'm not mistaken, but...
That sounds like something a Crazy would say.
Yeah. But, anyway, I just think I just thought it was kind of funny. This person's reaction to birds and cats and, you know, just fun. That's all. Not all lore has to be deep.
No. No, that was just like an angry, get off my lawn, I don't like how this neighborhood is getting all moved into the wrong neighborhood type lore.
Yeah. But, you know, sometimes when you're exploring, that's kind of the fun of, like, looking around in the world. When you see little glowy yellows and glowy blues on the ground, those are things you can go and read. And some of them are very interesting, and they get into some deeper lore. Some of them might really not be all that interesting. They might be a bit of a bore. Some of them might be somewhere high. Some might be on the floor. I just decided to start rhyming in the middle of that sentence. So. But seriously, like, sometimes you just come across one that when you read it, it's just like, that's kind of silly. This person just really hates birds. And that's what that was. I just randomly came across it. I wasn't looking. I just hopped down a cliff and was like, what is this? And then I read it. So if you like that kind of thing in your games, this is a good game to play for things like that.
I ran over to the Riften stables the other day because, well, I was running around and I was harvesting wood and stuff over by, in the Rift, and I noticed a faint yellow, glowy thing coming from the stable area, and I'm like, what? But I have all of the lore books. All of them. Well, now that we have update 49 and there's new mounts at some of the stables, there are new books to go along with those mounts that explain the mounts in the stables.
That's cool. Have you found any? Have you found any of particular interest?
Well, all I found was the RAM. I haven't been purposely seeking them out, though. Now that I know that there's books to go along with them, I'm going to start doing that just for the sake of filling the whole eidetic memory. You need to have all of the lore, right? But I found the RAM, and then the book for the RAM that explained the RAM with the little silly story for the RAM, which was pretty cool.
Nice. Have you found any mounts of particular interest while you've been out exploring? Or have you really looked at them? I've only looked at the is it an elk that you can get right outside the Snugpod? And then
Is there an elk right outside? That means there's probably another lore book to go with that elk. I've been teleporting into the Snugpod. I actually have not walked into the Snugpod. I haven't used that door in a while. I've just been being all fancy mage and just teleporting in.
Yeah, I don't usually teleport.
So,
or I don't usually walk in, but occasionally I walk out just to go do stuff right outside. Like turn in writs or whatever right down the thing there. But I think it's an elk, and then there's a Nix ox at Vivek. Selling to that I think I've looked at.
Should go check on that too. I don't really like the Nixox. They're kind of creepy. Just the idea of like a flea that's bigger than me. It's just
that is kind of what they look
like. I don't know.
I've never thought
it's a flea. It's a giant flea.
Yeah, it kind of looks like one, doesn't it?
And we're coming up on tick season, so that's a little unnerving, I guess.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know which is worse, fleas or ticks. Ticks maybe for the risk of like Lyme disease. But fleas, man.
Like the stilt striders, you know, when it's like a flea that becomes like a kaiju, that's okay. But it's like the spiders in Skyrim. They get so big, they're not scary anymore. The scary thing about spiders is you can't see them. Once you can, like, it's like the size of a cat. It's like, well, you can't hide behind the couch that easily, buddy. You're not scary anymore.
That's a good point.
But the fleas being big, or that's a little unnerving, I think, just because of they do the whole proboscis thing. It's creepy. But
well, all right then.
we can, you know what? I can think that's creepy. That's valid.
Oh no, they're certainly some nasty little critters. I had the pleasure of, when I used to do contract work, crawling under a house or apartment building and crawling through a flea nest. And
Nope.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to be there. I started noticing that there were fleas on my arm and then everywhere. And I was like, nope, I'm done here. They're going to have somebody come take care of that before I get back in this place. I'm done. It's like, this is terrible. So, yeah, I was
Yep, that's a no.
itchy the rest of the day from them stupid flea bites. Anyway, it's a rant. I don't want to go down that road. So,
The things we find when we're looking for lore.
yep.
Old memories.
Yeah.
But did we find any drummer this week?
I did not. I blew up a tunnel. I thought maybe if I went down there before I blew it up. I knew I was going down there to blow it up. I was sent down there to blow it up. But I thought before I blow it up, maybe I'll get lucky and I'll find a Dwemer. There was no Dwemer in that tunnel, and I blew that tunnel up. And so if there were Dwemer that were planning to use that tunnel, they were too late. They should have shown themselves sooner.
You could have just wiped out the Dwemer by blowing up that tunnel and not even have known it.
Well, I mean, I suppose if they're the size of fleas...
We know you didn't.
I mean, if they were the size of fleas, then that explosion might have wiped them out. Maybe I didn't see them for that reason.
What size of fleas? Flea fleas or Nixox fleas?
This is true. If they were Nixox fleas, then I would have seen them. So, we would have been okay. But, yep, no Dwemer down there. Sorry. The hunt continues. What about you? Have you seen any not murdering hobos?
It depends. How hardcore of a prank do you want to pull? You might end up accidentally becoming a murder hobo. So, the question I have is, who in all of Tamriel would you pull a prank on? What would the prank be, and why?
That's a good question.
You can think on it. We can talk. We can give the answers next week.
My initial thought, because I don't want to just, I don't want to necessarily just kill people because they get on my nerves. But I'm forgetting the name. You'll know the name. I think it's the guy you shoved down a well.
Yeah, Narcistren. You said the people who get on my nerves, and I'm just like, you're talking about Narcistren. I know exactly where this is going.
Yeah, I might not necessarily want to kill the guy, but man, one of those classic, like, walking into a room and, like, you open the door and stuff falls on you kind of things, and then you're just covered in yuck. It would probably be pretty funny. That's just an off the top of my head kind of thought, though. How about you? Any thoughts on that?
Oh, it'd be so fun pranking Narcistren. Like itch powder or something.
Yeah.
Give him like a fake map. Give him like a really well forged fake map or something, leading him into like a mud bucket prank or something.
How about a map leading him into a place infested with flea-sized fleas? Then he can experience. You said itch powder, and I was like, we just got done talking about fleas.
Sure.
Narcistren just covered in fleas. Yeah.
We can't pick on the same guy.
Oh, I think we can. I totally think we can. I think we could work together to come up with something really good for that guy. Because nobody likes him.
No, I like Narcissus. He's actually a decent historian. He's just, and also really, really arrogant.
Well,
if you get past his arrogance and actually listen to what he says, he's actually a decent historian. Especially when you're during the Gold Road chapter. It's actually kind of enjoyable walking around as he tells you about the lore of the area. But he is really annoying.
An insufferable know-it-all.
It's one of those smart people, but with no personable skills.
Hmm.
Absolutely none.
Yeah, I think Fleas is fitting.
Fleas would be fine. Or itch powder. Something harmless, something that'd be annoying. After all, we've already trapped him in a bottle, shoved him down a well, locked him in a sarcophagus. What else have we done to that poor man? We're not nice. It is a horrible friendship. Fleas is probably one of the tamer things we would do to him.
Makes you wonder what he would say if he were asked this question. If he was trying to get back at us for all of these things. He'd probably just kill us.
No. Ooh, yeah, that's true. Vanis. That's a good one. Oh my gosh, pranking Vanis. How could you prank Vanis, though? Like, he always goes, I'm the smartest mage in the room. I know everything. Yeah, but did you know that I put itch powder in your boots? Could you tell I tampered with them? Or just even in one boot. That way he thinks it's just the one foot and it's just like stuck in there all day. So he goes to like itch the boot, but he's wearing gloves, so he can't tell, and then it's just still itchy.
How about
Just make it annoying.
How about if you put it in his gloves, so when he's trying to scratch with his, gloves on, if he does,
But you have to only do one. If you do both, he'll know that you tampered with it.
Gotcha.
It's like cars, when you're slashing tires, you can't do all of them. It's too obvious. You just gotta do the one or two. Gotta make it seem weird. All right, that's enough wishing ill upon our enemies.
Frenemies.
Yeah, sure.
Well, are we done that quick? How long have we even been going? Wow. This show will be less than an hour.
There wasn't a lot of news, and it's really weird without having our crazy person with us.
Yeah, that's 33% less runtime. We can't, it's just different. It's okay though. We do have some guild announcements if we're ready to move on to that.
We are. We have Treacherous Tuesday coming up. Treacherous Tuesdays, that's every Tuesday. Dungeons, group up, do dungeons. And then on Thursdays, there is Relic Seekers of Tamriel, searching for relics, antiquities, leads. That starts at 7 p.m. Central or 8 p.m. Eastern. And then on Friday, we have Fearless Fridays with Arthuria Dragoons, starting at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern. This one is the Undaunted.
Undaunted.
We are Undaunted.
Undaunted.
We're going to start repeating ourselves on that one eventually here. And now these events are all just for the PlayStation North American server Lore Seekers. If you are Also, in the Lore Seekers, just check the Discord for your platform's events for this coming week. If you are not in the Lore Seekers and you would like to join us, you can head on over to loreseekers.club and click the link to join the Discord, fill out the application, and we'll go from there.
We have had some recent activity with people joining, so it's been good. So
like I said, tell all of your friends that the Gold Road is included in PS Plus this month. If normally people hear, oh, that's actually a lot of content for free, sure, I'll try it.
Yeah, and if you're interested in getting into a guild, well, we got one, so you can do that. Yeah. So you mentioned checking Discord for other events, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're interested in joining the guild, so that you can do that, you just need to go.
I already said that too.
Did you? Yeah.
Yes.
Go to the site, do the thing. Sorry, I was a little distracted by something else at the moment too. So I was listening, but also had another thought in my head. Yeah. So come hang out with us. If you want to communicate with us on the show directly, you can do that in a few different ways. You can reach out through social media on Bluebirds and Blue Skies, things like that, Twitter and Blue Sky, or X, whatever, at Snugpodcast. You can email us at snugpodcast@gmail.com. You can leave comments on the YouTube video or on Spotify if you use that to listen to podcasts. And speaking of podcasts, if you're watching right now or watching this either live or playing it back later, but would rather listen, it is available in your podcast app, so you can do that. If you're listening in a podcast and want to join us live sometime so that you can maybe chat with us during the show. We don't do a ton of chat interaction, but when it's there, we try to engage a little. But you can just check us out on,
especially when someone calls out and says that Vanus Galarian is also a choice for a prank. Yes, yeah. I will read that. Thank you.
So you can watch us live. We usually try to be on about around 10 Central on Sunday nights, 10 to 10:30, usually in that range is when we're trying to get online and get settled in and get started. But twitch.tv/Snugpodcast, or just search YouTube and you can watch us there as well. So do you have anything else, Quinn?
No, that's it. That's all I have.
Well, all right. Well, if you have been listening or watching, whether it be live or not, thank you for hanging out with us and letting us have a little bit of your time. Hopefully we made it enjoyable and informative and whatnot. But we'll try to do this again soon. Usually, like I said, every Sunday, as long as life goes according to plans. So
as long as 2 of the 3 of us can make it, there will be a show on a Sunday.
Yep. So we appreciate you being here with us. Until next time, take care of yourself, take care of others, be a decent person, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.
Sleep well, Damriel.